Lisa and I were walking the other day, and you can see our view here of Granite Mountain and how awesome it looks. And she said, let's do some easy hikes. And I remember Jeff saying the same thing, let's do some hikes. And so Lisa and I did. We started with hiking the Mint Wash in Granite Basin Lake Loop, about 3.1 miles and 357 feet of elevation gain. You can see here that the trail's pretty clear, pretty easy. And so we started out hiking. And again, you can see more of the trail here. Some of it was rocky, not too bad. But overall, it was pretty good. There were a few stretches that were hikes, if you will, little climbing that needed to be done. But overall, it was pretty good trail, and I think something everyone could easily do. We weren't disappointed. There were beautiful manzanita trees and flowers of all sorts, wildflowers out there, purple, yellow, and so on. But we quite enjoyed the views of the things. We also saw a snake, first time I've ever seen one out there on the trail, but it quickly went on its way. We also found some really interesting cactus. This particular one is a very large prickly pear, as you see. And then, of course, there were these great views of Granite Mountain itself, a little bit more up close. Here we're looking north into Williamson Valley. So again, beautiful views on this trail, and it went right alongside the Granite Mountain itself. And then we also had a nice view of Little Granite Mountain, a little bit off in the distance. The trail ended with this interesting little teepee that somebody erected. And then the trail ended at Granite Basin Lake. Had a nice little beach, and people were kayaking and fishing and so forth, having a good old time. So how about we get together and do some easy hikes? Here's some in the Sedona area and some in the Prescott area. Take a look. Here's one called Big Park Loop, not far from where Jeff lives. It's about 2.4 miles and 170 feet of elevation gain. Here's one called Seven Sacred Pools, north of Sedona. It's about 2.8 miles and 400 feet of elevation gain. Here's one called Fay Canyon Trail. It looks like it goes into the canyon itself. It's about 2.6 miles and 383 feet of elevation gain. Next up in the Prescott area are places like the Granite Fort Indian Ruins, about 3.5 miles and 200 so feet of elevation gain. It's actually not far from our house. Then there's the White Spar Trail south of Prescott, about 3.7 miles and almost 400 feet of elevation gain. And this one would be through the forest. And then finally there's the Giant Alligator Juniper Trail, the primary trail in, not the back way that I took. And it's about 4 miles and not too bad an elevation change, but I thought you might enjoy seeing the tree itself.